Hello and welcome to Regen, the e-racing podcast. I'm your host Dino, and I'm joined by a man whose thirst for racing is only quenched by a good cup of tea. It's Chris Soulsby.
Brilliant. Oh, I've been waiting for that all day. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very well, very well.
Yep, it's always nice to be on the mic, isn't it?
It is, and especially when we're talking Formula E and other interesting topics.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, we love a bit of Formula E, and the season's almost here as well, so even better, huh?
It is. And last episode I called it Formula E is so close, but I should have called it Formula E is so close this time. Because we are, what are we? Are we 11 days, 10 days at the time of recording?
11 days at the time of recording.
Yes.
Next week, we'll have Formula E.
We will.
It's crazy.
And so this episode, predictions. We all love them. We all have no idea what's going to happen, but we all try and predict it anyway.
Yeah, we do. And some better than others, I fear.
What, is that a slight at me, or you're...
Oh, that's a dig at me, because, you know, I've been thinking about this prediction all day, I won't lie. I'm just thinking, who do you think's going to win the championship? Just asking everybody. I don't know. Right, okay, that's good. So, I said that Sebastian Buemi was going to become a double world champion in season 4, and look how that turned out. So, I've never been good at predicting Formula E, and I doubt that'll change. So, yeah, don't quote me.
Okay. Well, we'll get into media of the week first. And I'll start us off. I've got Carnival Row as my media of the week. Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne. Carnival Row is a Victorian fantasy. And it's basically a Victorian sort of style fairies and other different mythical creatures. Orlando Bloom is a guy called Rycroft Philostrate, and he's a refugee. And he's a detective, and he's also got a refugee girlfriend from way back in the day when he was a soldier, which is Cara Delevingne, and her name is Vignette. So there's the usual murders and other things happening in Carnival Row. It's good. It's good. I think if you're into the fantasy setting, then it's definitely one to watch. Murder mystery, Victorian setting. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it sounds quite good, actually. I won't lie. It sounds really interesting. What was Orlando Bloom's character called?
His Rycroft Philostrate.
Rycroft Philostrate. That's on par with Bandar Al-Asai, isn't it?
It is, but people just call him Philo, which makes it a lot easier.
Philo. That is easier, yeah. No, I might watch that. Actually, I will watch that. It sounds quite good. Carnival Row. What's your media of the week, Chris? So, my media of the week is a TV show, and to keep on the theme of nostalgia, this one is also based in the past, and it's based in Renaissance Italy. And my media of the week is Medici, which is on Netflix. So it's a Netflix drama portraying the rise of the Florentine banking family of the Medici. And there's 2 series. First one is called Masters of Florence, and the second is the Magnificent. And I mean, it's brilliant, really. I won't lie. For those who, you might have heard of the Medici family through Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
You might have heard of them through history books, and it follows their story and their rise to power. And it follows the story of Cosimo de' Medici and Lorenzo de' Medici, and it's very political, very violent at times, very exciting, and there aren't many episodes as well, so you can easily binge watch this. I watched both series in the space of a week,
Good on you.
Which was incredible. And it's got Dustin Hoffman in, Bradley James, Richard Madden, who was in Game of Thrones, of course. And yeah, check it out. It's really good. Can't fault it.
Excellent. I'm probably going to have a deep dive into that because, yeah, the Assassin's Creed games were quite a lot of hours in my 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll definitely have a look. And into the news, autonomous race car competition to take place at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 2021. So this came through Energy Systems Network. The Indy Autonomous Challenge, which is a autonomous race to take place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. IMS, Energy Systems Network, Dallara, and Clemson University joined forces to power competition featuring a $1 million prize. And 5 universities have already registered. So this one, a little bit out there, it just hit my news feed and I looked at it and thought, okay, wow. This is actually quite a lot to get into here. And I will throw a link in the show notes because it is... There's a lot to go through. I guess the main takeaway points are that we've got a 5-round system. Teams submit a short white paper during the first round, and in the second round, teams must demonstrate the automation of their vehicle by sharing a short video of an existing vehicle or participating in the Purdue University's self-driving go-kart competition. The Indy Autonomous Challenge simulation sponsor, which is ANSYS, ANSYS, will supply its industry-leading VR experience driving simulator, and it's got some software and bits and pieces for the teams to use in developing their autonomous vehicles through the simulator. And then there's a simulation race. The 4th round enables the team to test their actual vehicles at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in advance of a head-to-head around the oval, which is the $1 million prize, $250,000 for second and $50,000 for third. An interesting way to do it. And I was going to ask, would an oval be harder than a street track for an autonomous car, Chris?
Ooh, I've got no idea. Don't know anything about autonomous cars. I don't know. I think it's kind of just a different kind of challenge, really, isn't it? Because, I mean, with street tracks, you've got barriers. And then with oval and a speedway, I'm not sure, because the thing is, with the oval, it is essentially equal, especially Indianapolis, because you've got 4 corners of similar radius and stuff. But the issue is, it comes in the speed, I suppose, because the faster you take those corners, the more difficult they become.
Exactly.
I think, oh God, I don't know.
Well, the link will be in the show notes. The 5 universities that are registered already are Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Tech, or KAIST, Texas A&M Transportation Institute, the University of Florida, the University of Illinois, and the University of Virginia.
All right.
We'll see. I was hopeful that I'd see TUM, the Technical University of Munich, considering their season alpha. Yeah. So, I mean, is there any other universities you'd like to see?
You know, any out of New Zealand would be great, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would, yeah.
That would be good. Don't know. Something from the UK would be quite nice, huh? I mean, why not, you know? Oxford Brookes University, if you're listening. You might not be, but I shall promote it on my LinkedIn.
Yeah. I think Canterbury University, which is well known as one of the, I guess, leading engineering universities, it's pretty high on the international list. We don't have much, but that is one of the ones that really stands out. So, yeah, Canterbury University. Anyone listening? There you go.
Look at us promoting everything. Huh?
Well, yeah. I think part of this is that a team from your country, you'd actually support it, and then the country as a whole might actually get behind it because you've got some massive universities there. One from Korea, Texas, Florida, Illinois, and Virginia. You know, I assume they're not small universities.
Exactly. It's got a lot of potential, and if you are able to get different universities, and you can turn it into a truly global event, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Point of view cameras coming to Formula E. Maybe. This one out of Sam Smith, eRacing 365. Point of view cameras mounted on drivers' helmets will be introduced into TV coverage of the ABB FIA Formula E Championship for Season 6. But, now there's a big but to this. Down the bottom of this article, it does say, eRacing 365 understands that it will be at Formula E drivers' discretion whether they run with the cameras during race weekends, but 10 units will be initially available. So as a driver, you actually have to, I guess, sign on to it and say, yep, why not? I'll wear one. I would absolutely love to see this because IndyCar does it so well. And Formula One, well, I don't know because I don't have Formula One TV, but...
yeah, I think Formula One tried it in 2012, I want to say. Or 13. I remember there's some onboard footage online from, I think it's Bruno, yeah, it would have been 2012, from Bruno Senna. Turn 1 in Australia where Mark Webber just gets slightly airborne, I believe.
Oh, wow.
It's quite a cool onboard.
Yeah, I think onboards would be quite cool for the likes of last season where we had just Nelson Piquet go over the top of Verne and then tagging Sims, like what his onboard would have looked like. Just things like that, yeah.
I think it'd be great. I mean, it really brings the immersion as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it would.
It just really enhances that experience. I think it's a really good idea. And I would love to see it because, I mean, especially on street circuits. I mean, can you imagine Rome, for instance, with the jump?
Oh.
It'd be great because you'd get the first-person perspective, and even then, the whole Saudi Arabia track and going through, I mean, that entire lap is so technical and really fast. Yeah, I think that'd be quite good. I'd love to see that.
Absolutely. Now, another one, Rudy van Buren, the inaugural champion of the world's fastest gamer esports competition. He has joined Mahindra Racing as their second simulator development driver. This one also out of eRacing 365. He is 27 years old. Their existing sim driver is Sam de Jong. He beat over 30,000 applicants in the inaugural running of the world's fastest gamer. Obviously pretty decent, and he was actually doing some stuff for them last year, but he is now the official driver. Really cool.
That is very cool. That's impressive, really. And what a chance as well. That's the thing. What a chance. I know it's Enzo Benito, who does some stuff with McLaren. He drives for the F1 esports team. I know he raced at the Race of Champions and beat Lucas Degrassi. Yeah, it's nice to see people get their chances. I mean, especially from esports and sim racing, because we saw Brendan Lee, I think it was, raced in some single-seater races recently in the UK. And we've had other drivers from the F1 esports. I think it's Sembolic Bassi, I want to say. But I might be entirely wrong. Yeah, it's really cool to see that. Because it's a lot of the esports guys always want to be racing drivers and might never have had that chance. And then through gaming, they've managed to find that route and find that role. And I just think that's quite nice. It's very good.
It is, absolutely. I mean, you know, some of these guys that have a gaming setup, you know, a couple $1,000s, that might be what they can afford. You know, they can't afford to sponsor a car or, you know, have a mechanic or, you know, these things are just out of reach, but it's really cool that even they, if they're good enough, they can make it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the nice thing. And arguably, it also shows that racing games are becoming more and more realistic.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm no good at them now.
I haven't played a modern one since F1 2014, so...
Yeah, I mean, Gran Turismo used to use the walls and just go around the outside. Okay. The reason why I turned on the computer this morning, the Formula E Season 6 predictions. You excited?
I am very excited, yes.
And there's a few similarities between us, but we'll just have a run through.
Yeah, I copied you.
You copied me, sure. Just so we can't be wrong. Okay, so I'd like you to read out your team's championship standings from bottom to top. So 12th to 1st.
Okay, so in plumb last, I'm confident, we have Neo 333 Formula E team. In 11th, we have Venturi Racing. 10th, Mercedes EQ. 9th, Porsche. 8th, Mahindra Racing. In P7, Geox Dragon. 6, Panasonic Jaguar Racing. 5, BMW. 4th, Nissan E-Dams. 3rd, Envision Virgin Racing. 2nd, Audi. And in first place, DS Techeetah.
Okay. I've got in 12th Neo, 11th Venturi, 10 Porsche, 9 Mercedes EQ, 8 Panasonic Jaguar, 7 Mahindra, 6 Geox Dragon, 5 BMW I Andretti, number 4 Audi Sport Apt Schaeffler, number 3 Envision Virgin, number 2 Nissan E-Dams, and of course DS Techeetah on top. Quite similar. I see that the number 12, number 11, and there's a bit of a switch between us for Mercedes EQ and Porsche. You've got Mercedes in at number 10. I've got them in at number 9 instead of 10. I think the glaring one here is I've got Jaguar in at 8, and you've got it in 6th.
Have I? Oh, so I have.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, considering what we were talking about last episode, then, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what I said. I say a lot of things and then forget them. I think it's interesting. I mean, the thing is, this is one of the most difficult things I've had to do in the past week. Because you think about it initially, you think, oh yeah, it's DS Techeetah, blah, 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 Neo last as always.
Yeah.
And you think it's quite easy. And then when you put pen to paper, you start to think, this is actually really hard. And separating these teams was such a challenge because 1 second covered the top 22 drivers in testing.
Yeah.
All of them did consistent running. You've got teams such as Geox Dragon who let us look like they're a better return to form. Some driver lineups have rookies in them, such as Jaguar. Like James Collado compared to Mitch Evans. There's a distinct difference in experience there. And then you've got strong established teams like DS Techeetah with DaCosta and Verne. So it is such a tricky prediction to make. But I think some of them are given. Like we know that Neo won't win the championship this year. I think that's fair enough. With Venturi, it's very much a transition year with the new Mercedes powertrain. With Mercedes and Porsche, it's their first year. It's that top 8. That's where the challenge comes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've got Nissan 2nd, and you've got them 4th. Why you got them 4th?
Yeah. I just think Sebastian Buemi, that's the thing. Like, I think Sebastian Buemi's great, and I'm basing this off experience. So I've put Audi Sport in 2nd, and that is simply because it is Audi, and Lucas Di Grassi and Daniel Abt, they have more race starts between them than any other driver lineup in the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
And then Envision Virgin, Robin Freins is obviously brilliant, and then Sam Bird is obviously a very reliable driver as well. Whereas with Nissan, you've got Buemi, very good, and you've got Oliver Rowland, who obviously had a fantastic rookie season last year, but was involved in some incidents, and that's the whole rationale behind my thinking. Like, and then the thing is, in my mind, these teams are only separated by like 5 to 6 points potentially. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be that close when it comes down to it. And it's just, I think if anything, it shows how small the margins will be this season. The tiniest mistake could cost you big time.
Yeah, I think so too. Mm-hmm. And we saw that last season with 1 point between Nissan and Virgin as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, alrighty.
It is that close to call. It's terrifying.
It is, and I guess it'll be the same with the Drivers' Championship. We're just doing the top 10 for the Drivers' Championship because we would be here all day otherwise debating it. Okay, I'll start us off. Pascal Wehrlein in at 10. Maxi Günther in at 9. Sam Bird 8, Mitch Evans 7th, Oliver Rowland in at 6th, Lucas Di Grassi in at 5th, Antonio Felix da Costa in at number 4, Sebastian Buemi in at 3, Jev in at 2, and Robin Frains. He is picked for the Drivers' Championship.
That's a good prediction, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it'll be close between him and Jev. I think he'll be the main protagonist. Buemi obviously sniffing around. No, that's where it's going to go, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a good prediction, especially with Frains last season. He won 2 races, obviously, and he ended... I mean, he was driving New York, and the final race was, dominant.
It was.
Very good.
And yours?
So, my prediction is a little bit different to yours. In at number 10, we have Nico Muller.
You're a big fan of Nico. Yep.
I am, yes. Everyone knows that. 9th, Sam Bird. 8th, Daniel Abt. 7th, Max Gunther. 6th, Robin Frains. 5th, Antonio Felix da Costa. 4th, Lucas Di Grassi. 3rd, Mitch Evans. 2nd, Sebastian Buemi. And 1st, Jean-Eric Vergne. And it was very difficult deciding between Buemi and Vergne for me, who was be top.
So you reckon a three-peat?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And Mitch Evans in 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've just got a feeling about Jaguar. This is the thing. I think I said this in the last podcast, to be fair, so anyone listening could pause right now and go to that, because I'm going to say the exact same thing. It's his distinct experience, and the team improves year on year. That's the only thing that I've got in my mind. And the running that they did in testing was very positive. It was a fast car, it was a reliable car. They did a lot of running. For me, Mitch will be a contender. If they're able to bring the consistency, beefing up the consistency that they had in Season 5, Mitch can be up there very easily. With the team's championship, just to explain it, I think I purely put Jaguar down there because of James Collado in the second car. I think it's impossible to expect him to perform as well as Mitch Evans, who now has 3 seasons? Season 3, 4, 3 seasons of experience under his belt. So,
yep, no, that's a fair call. You got Robin Frains in at 6th. What's your sort of thinking on that one? That's quite low, I would have thought, for Robin, but I mean, if he has the sort of luck he had last season, it's going to be there.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It was the luck.
Yeah.
The thing is with Robin Frains, when something bad happens and something else that's negative happens, and it keeps on going like that, it gets stuck in a bit of a rut. Really. I mean, I remember in one of the interviews after New York, he genuinely turned around and goes, "I'm so glad that this season is over," because, you know what I mean? He was, by the end, he was so exhausted. Yeah, he'd just given up on it. I see that Pascal Wehrlein's in your top 10.
He is. I've got him pegged for a win for the first race of the season. So I've got to say, he's going to get some points at least. But I think Mahindra going to go okay, and he'll squeak into the top 10. I was going to put Alexander Sims there, but I thought he might just miss out.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I've noticed you haven't got Daniel Abt in the top 10.
No, I don't. Oof. Yeah, I have Audi in at number 4. And I think Di Grassi will be getting most of the points.
I think that makes sense, really.
I'd say Daniel Abt 12th in the championship.
This is the thing with Abt. It's a make-or-break season for him, in all honesty.
It is.
It's such an important year. And if he makes... so much could go wrong.
So much could go wrong.
It could, especially with Nico Muller in that Dragon car.
Exactly. And you've got him right behind Abt, really.
That's the thing.
That'll be interesting to see. Now, I put it out on Twitter and Reddit, and thank you, Reddit people, because I got nothing from Twitter, absolutely nothing, so shame on you. But Reddit came back with quite a few people with the team's championship and drivers' championship. So thank you very much for that, or else we'd have nothing to read. Okay, this one is from user Stroll for Pole. And yeah, that's a very good name.
That is very good.
He gets into Q3 on the odd occasion, but here we go. The team's championship, he's got Neo down the bottom, 11th Dragon, 10 Porsche, 9 Venturi, 8 Jaguar, 7 Mercedes, 6 Mahindra, 5 BMW, 4 Audi, 3 Virgin, Nissan in second, and Techeetah up the top. In the drivers, I'm not going to read them all, but he's got Van Dorn in at number 9, which is quite cool. Frains all the way down, number 8, Buemi winning the championship. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close between those two, and that's probably a pretty good prediction, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's quite a good prediction as well.
From Mutton Chop Viking, love that name.
That's even better than Stroll on pole.
In the team's championship, he's got Neo down the bottom, 11th Dragon, 10th Venturi, Mahindra, Porsche, Jaguar, Merc in at 6th. I'm not sure about that. Mutton Chop.
Quite ambitious, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I've got Dragon in at 6th, so what do I know? 5th BMW, Virgin 4, Audi 3, Nissan, and then Techeetah. And in the drivers, he's got Gunther in 10th. I think he'll be floating around there. Frains in at number 9. Yep, hopefully not. Roland in second, and DaCosta winning the title.
Now that's a big prediction right there.
That is very big.
A very big prediction.
He's got Vernon 3, Degrassi 4th, and Buemi down in 5th. So Roland absolutely destroying Buemi and DaCosta.
Never mind that. I'm seeing Andre Lotterer in 6th.
Oh wow.
It looks like it belongs there, and then you realise that he's in the Porsche.
Yeah, I didn't even... Wow. I skipped over that.
I didn't even see that either, I've just noticed it.
He's got some other bits and pieces down here as well. Bonus predictions. Lotterer gets a win. Wow.
If Porsche get a win, I think they'd be very happy.
I think they would be, absolutely. Maiden season win. Massa DNF 6 times, and De Vries outscores Stoffel. I just don't think so.
No, I don't think De Vries will outscore Stoffel. I can't see Andre getting the win. And I really hope that Massa doesn't DNF 6 times.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, that would be very sad.
Some very good predictions. Very, very good predictions there. Okay, another one. This is just the team's championship from Cromenaeus. Neo, Dragon, Porsche, Jaguar in at number 9. Oof. Mahindra, Venturi in at 7. So he's putting some faith in Venturi there. Mercedes in at 6th. Nissan, Audi, Virgin, BMW, and Techeetah. So thank you very much for that one. And from Crashmaster SOAD, which is what I can assume System of a Down. Drivers' Championship, Van Dorn in at 10. That's a good prediction. Verline in at number 9. Gunther in at 8. Buemi, Bird, Frains, Degrassi, Evans, Vern, and DaCosta. Ooh. Again, people think that DaCosta might get on top of Vern.
DaCosta could be a challenger this year, really. I mean, last year the consistency let him down, but in the DS Techeetah, which looks to be a quick car, and has been for the past 2 seasons, he could really, really do some damage, very easily. I think he'll... I was about to say, I think he'll win races, but I'm not going to say things so boldly.
You never know. Okay, yeah. And the teams, Neo, Venturi, Porsche, Dragon, Mercedes, Mahindra, Nissan, Jaguar, BMW, Audi, Virgin, and on top Techeetah. So Crashmaster's got Virgin, the customer, beating Audi, and Techeetah on top once again.
Virgin could very easily beat Audi, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's very feasible. I think comparing the 2 driver lineups, I would arguably say that Virgin has the stronger one, in all honesty, because Sam Bird is reliable when he's not getting crashed into by Jose Maria Lopez. And Robin Frains is fast on his day. Lucas Degrassi's always quick, always reliable, and always argumentative. And then Daniel Abt. So.
Yeah, I think it'll be close up the top, as we were saying. So thank you, everyone, for sending those in. And if you're listening, hi. And keep listening to the coverage. We are going to have quite a bit over this season. And also, finally, at Huzu Graphics on Twitter, we'll be doing episode artwork for every race review episode. So thank you in advance for that, Huzu. I'll link to his work, and I think it's already in the show notes, but yeah, his other works are available on our website as well, which is regenracingpodcast.com.
That's great news.
It is, and the previews of the Arderia or Deria ones are coming through, and they're looking really, really cool. Really cool. So, looking forward to those. Any final thoughts from you, Chris, before we end it?
Will Neo get points this year?
Yes, of course they will.
Do you think?
Yeah, Turvey will get a point somehow.
Okay. I don't think they will.
You don't think they will? That is a bold prediction.
It is. It's as bold as saying that Felipe Massa is going to DNF 6 times.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's what I put out there.
I mean, mind you, to be fair,
De Vries beating Stoffel as well. I don't know. Yeah, some really good predictions there. Yeah, we'll just have to see. The next time you'll hear from us will be after the race 1.
Yes, that's very true. Oh wow, that season's almost here.
It is almost here. I think we're probably going to have to do 2 episodes, race 1 and 2 from Deria, because, there will be a load to get through, so I think we'll do it that way. But if you want to get in touch with us with some other crazy predictions, you can find us on Twitter, at Regen Racing. Also, hello at regenracingpodcast.com, on the email, and various other places all across the internet. But I think probably mostly on Twitter. Well, thank you for listening. This has been Regen, the e-racing podcast. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Just on a side note, Chris, you're quite hot. You might want to turn down the gain a bit.
Am I hot? 1 minute. I heard a slurp there on your tea.
So much slurp right now.
So much slurp. Ooh. I'm thinking. That was good.